So, today, I'm going to be talking to you about how, not being able to communicate can affect your future, a few tips for improving communication, and, um, like why taking public speaking is so beneficial. If I actually did a speech like that, how many of you are going to believe a single word I said? Because I know if I was listening to someone talking like that, I really wouldn't. If you can't communicate well, then it can hurt you in many ways later on in life. Many people in today's society struggle to get up in front of an audience and speak, or can't even carry on a conversation on a date at a local restaurant. So today I'll be telling you about how not being able to communicate can affect your future, a few tips for improving communication, and why taking a public speaking class is so beneficial. Not being able to communicate your thoughts clearly with others could hinder you from communicating and could really affect you in the future. If you can't talk clearly or even hold a conversation, others will think you lack confidence, and most likely people aren't going to believe a single word you're saying, or at least I wouldn't. When someone starts using verbal fillers such as and like, that takes away from the entire message that they're trying to show and get across, and it becomes distracting. No one wants to sit there and listen to you say and over and over and over. It's not interesting. We don't want to hear it. If someone can't make eye contact with you, then that shows a lack of importance and makes it look like what you're saying isn't important, and it also makes it very unbelievable when you can't look someone in the eye when you're speaking to them. That's one of the most pet peeves I have. When I'm talking to someone and they can't look me in the eyes, then I really don't even want to talk to you anymore. So not being able to communicate could hinder you from being able to explore your interests, your careers, your hobbies, and just being sociable. We all have experienced that awkward date where there's just that weird silence and neither of us really know what to do to break the ice. It's nerve-wracking, and it really could hold you back from creating something that could be great. So you kind of need to step out of your comfort zone and not let being scared to talk hurt you. For example, one of my best friends is a sales rep at a mattress store. For one, if you can't confidently sell your product, then it's simply not going to be sold. Sells mattresses. If she can't sell them correctly or talk about them good and get people to buy them, she doesn't make any money. She doesn't get commission. So it's almost like she would be working a whole day and it wouldn't even pay off. The next thing I want to talk about is a few tips I find most helpful for creating a proper speech. Research. In order to effectively communicate, you need to know what you're speaking about. Either by doing the research or having a personal experience or testimony, it is extremely difficult to carry on a conversation or give others information about something you know nothing about. That's embarrassing, and it just makes you look stupid. That would be me giving you a presentation on something as stupid as how to make a crayon. I know nothing about it. I don't know what to do. I would obviously have to do research on that if I was going to speak about it, or I would give out false information, and then some idiot would probably try to go make a crayon with what I told them to do, and it's not going to work. So it's very important to know what you're talking about. Another tip that I find very important is speaking at a good rate and pitch. When someone is speaking too fast, or they possibly could be speaking too slow, you don't fully grasp what they are trying to say. One of my biggest problems throughout all of my speeches is talking way too fast. It would take away from my presentations, and sometimes I wouldn't even make the time limit, which obviously affected my grade, and I really don't have time for that. I gotta stay on my A game and keep making good grades. Also, your pitch is very important, because if someone is whispering like this, then we won't be able to hear a word that you say. You didn't hear anything I said, I'm sure, but if someone's whispering, then you won't be able to hear a word they are saying. Or if someone is screaming, then we don't even want to hear what they are saying. That's annoying. We don't want to hear you screaming. That's not only annoying, but it's also very awkward. So stay away from that. So those are just a few tips that I find important in creating a proper speech. The last thing I want to talk about is why taking a public speaking class is so beneficial. People could not be educated with it, so they really don't know how to go about it or what to do. So taking a public speaking class could really help them to like step outside of their comfort zone and do things and talk differently than they normally would, and it would help them better their conversations with people. Also, some people are so nervous, have so much emotional distress and speech problems. People stutter, people have problems, and there's also people who are from different cultures, and all of them could benefit from taking a public speaking class because, like I said, it's going to help them step outside of their comfort zone. Communicating is one of the most important things. It's a part of everyday life. It's crucial to know how to speak properly, whether it is in front of a business of CEOs or in front of friends. And taking a public speaking class could help people of all ages. So being able to communicate well is very important and can help you in many ways. So today I told you about how not being able to communicate can affect your future, a few tips for improving communication, and why taking a public speaking class is so beneficial. So the next time that you feel like you're struggling or you get nervous, just think about these things and it will help you improve your speeches and improve the way you talk to people.